Hello and welcome to Bird Barrier. My name is Michael Gallion. I do business development for Bird Barrier, and I'm also the technical director of this amazing product, Bird Barrier Optical Gel, the multi-sensory deterrent that uses UV light, smell components, and also the stickiness to repel birds. Those three sensories combined will solve high-pressure nesting problems for birds. And so we're going to do a quick look at how to use the product, where it can be used, and then also the proper installation and use of the product, and some of the basic components about the product that are useful if you're going to be using this product to solve pest birds. Bird Barrier Optical Gel has been around for about 7 years. And in that time, the University of Pisa did an intensive study that went on for 4 years that concluded that this product is 100% successful when it's used properly. As a result of that, we offer a warranty with the product for a minimum of 2 years. 2 years is far longer than needed to solve resident birds. So the sample that we're going to use today to demonstrate the product is this example of a pigeon nest. Pigeons are not protected in the North American area. And as a result, we can remove the nest and eggs without any kind of legal ramifications. Obviously, we want to use good judgment on when we remove nest and eggs from an area because people still don't want to see harm come to birds. But once we remove the nest from an area, we can now use optical gel to solve the problem. There are a few steps that are involved in using the product. We're going to show you those steps in just a minute. What makes this product such a game changer is this, that when installed properly, it's a simple yet very effective low-cost solution. This many times can be the lowest cost that you're going to offer as a pest control professional. Now, what is optical gel? Well, it's a multi-sensory deterrent, as I mentioned earlier, but it's primarily a visual sensory repellent. It uses UV light, as I mentioned. In addition, there are smell components. The Dissolve It is the cleaning solution that we recommend that you use. It's required for warranties for you to get proper use. It has an active enzyme in it, but also the product itself contains peppermint and citronella oils that are natural repellents to bird. In addition to this, there are touch factors. The agar and beeswax not only reflects UV light in a very concentrated way, but the substrate is sticky. Birds do not like sticky. Therefore, they will abandon these areas and relocate. There's special spacing required for the disc. 6-inch center to center. Now, the easiest way for me to demonstrate that is here in the studio. I've got 3 discs, and I take out the middle disc on this nesting area that we're going to treat. This is the proper spacing. So in other words, we can use a disc as a spacer, or the lid itself doubles as a spacer. On the nesting area, we do not want to extend past this. We don't want to put the disc too far apart, or we're going to have problems. So use the 6-inch spacing, and then what we want to do is cover that entire area properly. In addition to the area where birds are nesting, we want to also cover the boundary areas with the disc and treat those areas as well so that the other areas are not left unprotected. We want to make sure that the bird has no way to come back in easily and reclaim its area. After we've done the proper spacing of the product and installed it, we remove the lids. Now we have this special tool, the stick tool, that was requested in the early days of optical gel because once we glue the disc down in place, we're going to use this glue here, the White Lightning clear silicone adhesive. After they're glued in place, we can simply use this tool, the stick tool that comes in the Pro Pack kits, to remove the lids. And once we remove all of these lids, everything is activated and ready to go. You get the idea. We're going to remove all the lids on all the discs that are involved. Now, very important to understand that this cleaning solution that I talked about, Dissolve It, is very important, critical. It has an active enzyme, and it's erased everything from the site before we do it. And then following this proper spacing, we're going to get great results for this. Now let's take a look at some of the slides that I have for you. Here's a correct install on a site where there was nesting, and you notice that there are two areas that were treated. The inner cavity below was a full nesting site with many pigeons in there, and the upper levels as well on these upper ledges. 6-inch spacing center to center after everything is clean. From below, we don't see anything. One of the things that you want to keep in mind, that optical gel belongs where the birds place their feet. That's not only on the nesting area, but what we call staging areas, areas that they land on going to and from the nesting areas. These are the most critical areas. We're placing where they touch. Very critical. Let's talk about the pre-treatment in detail. Spray dissolvent, the mixture, onto that surface. Let it soak for 20 minutes. Scrub and remove all the contamination. You're going to use water to rinse this thoroughly to get rid of all the biological markers that are left behind by bird droppings. Once we've done that, then we're going to lightly mist on a mixture of bleach water. Now the spray bottles that come with the kits can be used for multiple purposes, but typically the ProPak kits will have one with dissolvent and the other with the bleach. The bleach is a pod that we add to this bottle along with water, and that pod will generate the proper proportion. This bleach pod gets added into the bottle. Once we shake it up, we're going to lightly mist over the surface to do the proper sanitizing of the surface. When we glue, again, we want to use a nice regular amount of white lightning and of course the stick tool that I mentioned to remove the lids. Sometimes we might have a more permanent need up on parapet ledges that are exposed to the weather, so in that case we have barrier bond, which is much more permanent. But just keep in mind with the adhesives, they do stain. In addition to the ability to glue these down, we also have magnetic for attaching the metal, and we also have the zip mounts that can be zip tied to conduit, and we have click mounts that allow removal of the actual disc itself. These are all examples here. I have slides to show you exactly what those look like. The click mount is a permanent mount that goes in, and then the disc is easily removed from that. ProPaks are how the kits come, with everything included, the adhesive, the cleaning solution. This stuff really works. Years later, you will get continued results with the product. There's many places where you can use the product. Anywhere where the birds place their feet is where you can use this product. If there are any questions, you can reach out to the team at Bird Barrier. We're fully available. We have specific bird guidelines that are available for bird species like woodpeckers, gulls, and any other type of bird that there's a special situation, we can help you with that as well. Those are the slides that we have available for you for this quick look at optical gel, as well as the samples of how to do the proper install. That's the basic overview. When you present this to your customer, we have additional videos that are available on our website that make it very easy to understand from the customer perspective. We have videos of optical gel in action, the actual before and after of birds that are available. All those resources are available for you from Bird Barrier. That's your basic quick look on how to use optical gel, and we look forward to helping you succeed with this amazing product.